Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to be counting down my top 10 most anticipated movies for 2025. I do want to apologize, the list is coming out a bit late. I did hope to originally have this out in early January, but before it turns to March, let's get this done. The only movies that I was pretty excited for were Wolfman, Companion, Captain America Brave New World. I was kind of interested in, but it was never on my top 10 list, mostly just because it looked terrible, and it was terrible. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go down the top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025. So number 10 is The Smashing Machine, the new drama from Benny Safdie, which stars Dwayne Johnson as UFC fighter Mark Kerr. I'm just very excited for this because Dwayne Johnson has never really done a great drama movie. From the looks of it, this is going to be a dramatic vehicle for him. He's going to be, hopefully, very good in this film. And really, I'm just excited to see that. I'm excited to see Benny Safdie directing again, solo, separate from Josh Safdie, who also has Marty Supreme, the Timothée Chalamet ping pong movie coming out. I'm excited for that one too, but really, The Smashing Machine takes the top 10 spot for me just because it has Dwayne Johnson in a serious role, so I'm very excited for that. Number 9, The Naked Gun reboot, which will star Liam Neeson as Frank Drebin Jr., the son of Leslie Nielsen's Frank Drebin. This is directed by Akiva Schaffer, who is part of The Lonely Island. I believe he directed Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping. He's proven he could do really great comedy movies. I'm really just excited for this movie because I love the original Naked Gun franchise. I love comedy movies. I love Leslie Nielsen. Leslie Nielsen, rest in peace, but hopefully this is going to bring, a great legacy to the franchise. Hopefully it's just going to really pay respect to that franchise. I really don't think they're going to fuck this up. I know Seth MacFarlane had some producing role in this, which also kind of got me excited. But really, I just am so excited to see another Naked Gun movie. They are hilarious, and I'm really excited for it. Number 8, 28 Years Later. This is the sequel to 28 Days Later, which is directed by Danny Boyle. Alex Garland is returning as the writer. I never even saw the sequel to this. I think it was called 28 Weeks Later. And it seems like no one really cares because this movie is coming out and it's almost like it's, the first sequel. I really know nothing about the TV show they made or the other movie they made. The trailer for this looks great. Aaron Taylor Johnson's in it. Jodie Comer's in it. Ralph Fiennes is in it. I'm just very excited for this movie. Number 7 on my list is The Exorcist reboot with Mike Flanagan. Now, to be fair, I am not 100% sure if this is even coming out this year. I really hope it is. It was originally slated to come out this year, but due to the poor reviews of Exorcist Believer, they totally scrapped it. They're apparently, creatively reworked this. I still think that this movie could be released this year. I don't think it's going to need a ton of post-production. The trailer even dropped for the last one in July, right when Oppenheimer came out. I remember the trailer I saw before Oppenheimer was The Exorcist Believer because it was a Universal movie. And then the movie came out like 4 months later. So hopefully they can have this shot, edited, just basically ready for release in October. I'm so excited. I love Mike Flanagan. I love The Exorcist. He's saying it's going to be the scariest movie he ever makes. So really, I am really excited for that. Number 6, Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm really excited for this new Jurassic World movie. The last one was absolutely terrible. Dominion was everything movies should not be. It was one of those rounding up all the classic characters. Like, I was making fun of this when in 2022 they showed like Sam Neill and Laura Dern in the trailer. Like, who cares? The Jurassic World franchise just totally lost track of what made it cool, which was cool dinosaurs, cool action, great suspense mixed with, a fun escapist adventure. The movies just totally lost track of that and became these convoluted messes, which were like really frustrating because they had cool stories and then they even had like robot children and shit, but it never ever felt like it was just a Jurassic Park movie. It felt like they were moving away from all that stuff that made it cool in the first place. So hopefully this can go back to its roots, give us cool dinosaur action, give us a fun summer blockbuster. I'm just really excited for this no matter what. Number 5, the Minecraft movie. Ever since the trailer for this came out, ever since this was announced, I was so skeptical. And this is actually coming out in April, very soon actually. And we've seen not that many clips of it actually. And I'm starting to be a little worried about the plot. It seems like it's going to be a Jumanji rehash just with Minecraft characters. I don't know. Minecraft is a very integral part of my childhood. I absolutely love the franchise. I love the game. I'm really hoping that they pay tribute to this in an appropriate way. I don't think they will, but I'm still very excited for this. Just to see this movie in IMAX or 4D, I'll probably see it in IMAX. it will be a treat, and I'm really hoping they do a great job with the Minecraft movie. Number 4, The Fantastic Four: First Steps. I have not been this excited for a Marvel movie in a while. Captain America: Brave New World, Thunderbolts, both of those movies have trailers. Fantastic Four: First Steps has a trailer, but Thunderbolts and Captain America just, to me, scream, I don't care. Even the newest Thunderbolts trailer, which was just released after the Super Bowl, looks really bad. I don't care about the ugly color palette. It looks like just a typical Marvel movie where they're trying to make it look more serious. Even the villain, which is now definitely going to be Sentry, the Void, I just don't have any interest. Nothing about it, the Thunderbolts, to me, seems exciting. Like, there's always these world-ending stakes. I just don't have any anticipation for that. Fantastic Four: First Steps, however, it's set in the 60s. It has a retro-futuristic design. I'm kind of ambivalent about the casting ever since they really said Pedro Pascal was Reed Richards. Really never saw that. I kind of can see it a bit in the trailer, but I'm just really hoping that this is a huge win for Marvel. They really need this. I'm really hoping it's great and just a lot of fun. Marvel has not had one movie, like in the past however many years, that has felt like its own movie. That's felt like it's got its own style, its own energy. Like, not since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which came out 2 years ago, but that was the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. James Gunn had total control over that. That itself was honestly a bit of a flawed movie, but it really had its own, like, wonderful energy. And I just really want the next Marvel movie to be great. I want Fantastic Four: First Steps to feel not like a Marvel movie, but like an epic sci-fi, action, family-friendly, fun movie. I don't want Marvel movies to just be the same boring heroes, like checking off the agenda. It's so boring. And after Captain America: Brave New World, and even seeing the trailer for Thunderbolts, I'm just not excited for these. Fantastic Four: First Steps feels like the first Marvel movie in a long time that's going to be its own thing, that's going to be set in its own little part of the universe, and I'm just so excited for that, so I'm really hoping it's good. Number 3 on my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year is F1, which stars Brad Pitt. It's directed by Joseph Kosinski. It's supposed to be one of the most expensive movies ever made, and I'm really excited for Joe Kosinski's F1. Really, this is one of those movies that, like Twisters last year, I think will be excellent in 4DX. I really want to see this in the big 4DX theater, mostly because when I saw Twisters in that format, I absolutely loved it. I loved Alien Romulus in that format. There's a lot of great movies in that format. The Wild Robot was great. Flight Risk was probably one of the worst movies I saw in 4D. F1, though, I'm just so excited for, because I even remember people saying Top Gun was excellent in IMAX and even 4D, which is a rare thing. A lot of people don't like 4D. But there's very, very rare movies that are cinematic spectacles, kind of like Dune as well, Dune 2. And Top Gun is one of those, and I just think F1 has the potential to be an original blockbuster. Obviously, it's based on, F1 IP, but hopefully it's going to be great, and it's going to be an excellent time at the movies. It's just something I'm excited for. In a world of franchises, this one feels great. So let's really hope it's good. My second most anticipated movie of the year is Superman, directed by James Gunn. I'm just so excited for Superman. There's a lot riding on it. This is the start of the DC Cinematic Universe, the new DC Universe. The movie trailer also is really fucking bold. They don't even have the trailer. They don't even have the title in the trailer. It just says Superman. Like, it doesn't even say Superman. It just says July 11th, and you are just supposed to know it's a Superman movie. That's how big this character is. That's how much is riding on this movie. Also, Superman is such an iconic character, but he hasn't had a movie, just called Superman since 1979. Even that one was marketed as Superman the movie, and I'm sorry, I think it's 1978. But my point is, it's been so long since we've gotten a true Superman movie. There's a lot of Man of Steel fans out there. I'm very divided on that movie. I understand if you like it. There's a lot I like about it. I love the music. I love some of the visuals. I love, the grounded way Snyder tried to tell that story. But it really wasn't a true Superman story. And I mean, I think that's just, and anyone can see that. It really got rid of the hope and the humanity and even just the very, optimistic nature of the character. It didn't have that. So that's something that, we can appreciate Snyder doing. Obviously, that kind of was the first little moment in the DCU, which just started a chain reaction of terrible movies, no tonal consistency. And the MCU is in that right now. They're absolutely failing, on the opposite side. All their movies are too campy and stupid. But I really want this Superman movie, and the first trailer looks like it captures that tone perfectly. To be emotional, to be sweet, to be optimistic, to be colorful. It looks like it's going to be all of those things, so I'm really excited for this movie. And I'm really just hoping Superman's an excellent movie. I'm so excited to see this in IMAX on the biggest screen possible. The whole thing, I believe, was shot for IMAX with all IMAX cameras. So it's going to be 190 aspect ratio. The whole movie just looks like an excellent cinematic experience, opposite of the Marvels or Captain America Brave New World, where it's like, you could just tell it was reshot or done on green screen. James Gunn even said he wanted to do a lot of this practically. I'm just very, very excited for this. There's a lot riding on this, and I hope it's good. So before I get into my number one most anticipated movie, 2025, I want to do some honorable mentions, and there's a lot of them, so let's get ready. Die My Love is the new movie by Lynn Ramsey, who directed We Need to Talk About Kevin. She also directed a really dark Joaquin Phoenix movie, which came out in 2018 called You Were Never Really Here. I'm very excited for this movie. It's going to be a drama film starring Jennifer Lawrence. Anything she does, I am seated for. So that movie I'm very excited for. I'm also excited for Paul Thomas Anderson's new movie, The Battle at Back-10 Cross, which stars Leonardo DiCaprio. Apparently, it's going to be based on Vineland, the Thomas Pynchon novel. That comes out over the summer. Tron Ares, I'm very excited for. Marty Supreme, I mentioned that. Mickey 17, very excited for that. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. I'm honestly not dying to see that. That's why it's on the top 10 list, but I'm still going to see it. I'm excited for Wicked Part 2, How to Train Your Dragon, The Conjuring 4. Honestly, I'm not so excited for Snow White, but I still want to see it. I'm just wondering how this movie's going to turn out. It looks really bad. But those are my top 10, I guess you could say, most anticipated movies. We didn't get to number one, but let's reveal my most anticipated movie of 2025. Should be no surprise since it's been delayed so many times. And I thought it was coming out in 2024, but now it's 2025, and it's Avatar Fire and Ash, which should be excellent. I am really excited for this movie. Avatar 2 was one of those films that you waited literally 11 years to see. Finally came out, and it was just an awesome, beautiful movie. Really entertaining, totally nails spectacle and just the cinematic experience. It was a 3-hour plus movie that was never boring because it was always shifting locations. You start in the forest, you move to the oceans, you have a final battle on this ship. It really was just excellent. The characters were great. Yes, it had a lot of cliches in it, but I think James Cameron has mastered the scientific formula of making an entertaining blockbuster. So I'm really excited for Avatar Fire and Ash. And when this comes out, I'm going to be seated. It sucks. We're going to have to wait 4 years for Avatar 4, which I think is currently shooting, but there definitely is going to have to be more shooting done for that, and obviously post-production with visual effects, or else it wouldn't be slated for 2029 release. So we're gonna have to wait 4 years. That's a long time. So I'm very excited for this movie. Hopefully it's gonna be great. Let me know what you guys think. And thank you guys so much for watching my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any movies you think I missed or movies you're excited for. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Have a good one.